made it be.
Welcome to Kicking It with KB. I am your host, KB. To my right, I have Shakira. To my left, I have Akeem, Kanye, and our guest, Anthony.
What's up, everybody?
Today's topic, we are going to be discussing if it should be mandatory for, I guess you would say, the baby to get a DNA test.
The baby. Wait, hold on.
You give the test to the
Oh,
baby.
yeah, okay. No, it sounds like, it just sounds like
That's him.
yeah.
But I get what you're saying.
Right. It threw me off
See,
a
look,
little.
a
see,
heavy
just
topic.
why? Just why?
We still
Anyways, should it be mandatory to get a DNA test when a baby is born? There you go.
Yes.
This conversation can go any which way. But since we have more males than females on this subject today, we are going to start with the males.
Wow.
And we haven't done that
Didn't
in a
we
minute.
start that last time with
Huh?
the males?
We haven't.
You
You weren't here though.
But, oh,
last
but,
time
wait,
Exactly.
it was 1 to 2. Like,
It
come
was,
on,
and
but
we
still,
started.
like,
And we started.
yeah.
The last
I
time
mean,
he was here.
Yeah.
Anthony's a guest. Let's
So,
let him
yeah.
start
Okay,
it
let's.
off.
Oh,
That's
okay.
still
Okay.
a male point of view for
It is. It is.
Yeah,
So,
but
so
still,
let's
Let's start.
so let's start with Anthony then.
Showing respect.
Put me on.
Anthony, yes, we're putting you on the spot. Yes, sir.
So can you repeat the question
Do
fully?
you think it is mandatory? It should be
shit.
mandatory for a DNA test to be taken when a baby is born? Yes or no?
I'm just gonna go with a hard yes because I'm sorry I can't, like, if this was a person and it wasn't my baby, and at the very beginning when you give it a DNA test, however it comes out to be, you have to own up to it, whether they say so or not.
That's
I don't
true.
really know about, because that's financially, that's lifelong, that's something that's gonna have to stick with you if you build a relationship.
My brother.
You gotta deal with like the repercussions of the individual you're dating, or you know, are y'all in a relationship? Was it a one night thing? You know, do you really
You're going
know
down
this?
a whole list like this.
Do you know this
Goodness.
person? Like,
Yeah.
when I'm dating, I tell ladies up front, like, what are your expectations of how are you dating or whatever? And because I need to know somebody before I even think about marriage. I don't even care
Kids
before a
or any of that.
relationship starts.
Right,
We
for
not
sure.
good friends with a nice, great, perfect, tight foundation. Probably not going to be in a relationship with me. So
Yeah.
My man.
patience is
Okay.
key. So I think yes, because I don't want to deal with no extra. Life already hard.
Okay.
Beautiful answer.
Yeah.
For sure. I mean, piggybacking off of what he's saying, like, I mean, I definitely agree that child deserves, well, the parents deserve to both get a DNA test on the child when the child is born, so that they can at least, know for sure that the baby is theirs. Because these days, people are doing all types of things now, and yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, I mean, like I said, it's just, I don't know, it makes things more easier, less complex than down the line. Like I said, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you shouldn't have to feel that way. Like, you shouldn't have to even have that thought to even come to your mind to really want to go and get a test on a child, which you would think that would be your child.
Which
Especially,
is true.
but
I agree.
But at the same time, like, yeah, it just, to me, it eases tensions. Better to just go ahead and get the test done. Yeah.
So 2 yeses.
Yeah.
All right, Akeem.
3.
Why
Why would y'all expect anything different? And piggybacking
I
off
wasn't
of,
expecting anything different.
piggybacking off of what both of them said, like, I mean, it's been so many situations where, like, just think about, like, the child needs a blood transfusion or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And
Oh,
and,
yeah,
and I mean,
that's-
they like,
that's
and I mean,
unfor-
that child's life is on the line. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And the woman, I will go through that whole process until they get to the final point of testing the dad's blood and finding out that this man's not a match.
Right.
And she will swear up and down that he's the father.
Right.
Not.
I seen that on maternity
Yeah.
court. Like,
And look. I'm saying she's so trying to protect that lie so much that she's willing to basically let her son just die or her daughter die
That's crazy.
on that bed by just being not being honest.
That's
to
not
be
okay.
right.
Not being
Yeah.
truthful.
Yeah,
And,
that's
and
not
you
okay.
and like I said, to me,
You
like
don't care about your child's life if you
Honesty
doing
is
that.
key.
honesty,
Yeah.
definitely, because like I said, like, don't get me wrong, I know, like, you know, from a woman's perspective, the whole trust thing, but at the same time, y'all definitely know that's y'all
He's
baby.
saying y'all again.
Right.
Like,
Women, I'm saying as women, y'all definitely know that's y'all baby.
That's not true. There's been situations
Oh my goodness.
where you go in for in vitro and you get
Okay.
another egg, and then
Yes,
see,
Kiki,
yeah, then
the one
that's
in a
not-
million.
That's
Yeah.
not it. But you didn't say that though.
Right.
I
How
mean,
often?
or
Look how often it happens that happens. Okay, which, like I said, 1 in a million compared to a guy finding out, and then most of them don't even find out until years later after they done
Y'all
built
know
a
y'all
bond
can
and
take a-
everything.
y'all
Money
can take
been
a
spent.
DNA test
Time
while
most
she's
important.
pregnant.
Right,
Time.
I know that.
Y'all
Time
can
most
do
But
that
important
and
has
doesn't
been
that take a
spent.
longer process compared to
No,
you get it after
it's
the
just a
baby's
needle
born?
stuck in the what is it?
Yeah,
The
but
fluid?
see,
The
y'all
fluid-
y'all have to agree to it though.
Again, if you have that much doubt, why go through the whole pregnancy with that doubt and just get it done while she's pregnant?
But that's why I believe it should be mandatory, regardless. So nobody
Right.
nobody
So
has
I
to
don't
say
feel
so.
like it should.
I mean,
be.
what's-
It should be mandatory.
It
But I'm
should be
saying-
an option.
Hold on, bro. Hold
But
on.
I'm saying, yeah.
But
It
not
should be
mandatory.
it should be mandatory as soon as they're able to do the test, be able to provide it should be mandatory. You know why? Because that will kill a lot of time. One, that might help that girl out because it's been situations where the women really truly believe that guy was the father, but he just wasn't.
Right.
Then you should
And-
be upfront and tell them there's a possibility that you.
But
may or
a
may
lot
not
of
be
women
the
don't
Women are
feel
not
that
able
way.
to do
but a
that.
lot of
And
women
they don't feel that way. She
right.
might
This
feel
sound like a
strong.
personal problem.
Right. No,
Okay.
I'm not saying. I'm not. No,
Okay.
no, definitely not a
Women
personal
don't
problem.
do that.
We just saying.
But
like,
and most women these days in 2023 ain't gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
They'd rather take that jank to the grave, and I can only imagine how many done took it to the grave with them. And dudes out here taking care of children that's not their blood children,
Yeah.
and they're still out here doing it, not knowing that that's not their child.
right.
Mom probably dead and gone, possibly,
Right.
and they still don't know that's not their child.
Right.
Come on now.
That could be a
At least have
possibility.
common decency.
All the
to
moms
one
ain't
of these
dead.
to, like, come
I mean,
on.
yeah.
Exactly.
Like,
How many moms is dead out
No,
here?
no. I'm saying though, because I'm saying like once the mom goes, you'll never most of the time, unless it's a doctor emergency or something like that, a medical thing, they'll never find out that they not the father or they are the father.
That's not necessarily true because you can honestly look at a kid sometimes and be like, "Oh, that's not mine."
That is
Yeah,
not
sometimes-
true.
sometimes, but
looking
in
at Jimmy,
yeah.
and I look like Bob.
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it ain't
I
always
mean,
that obvious though.
Right.
Unless-
Not all the time,
right.
not all the time, but like I said,
I mean,
there
unless
are
you got
features. Like,
unless
you're
you
gonna
got
get those
two,
features.
'Cause that's-
you know,
that's
you
what
got two
happens.
wonderful people and they have a beautiful baby. Like, I mean, no.
I mean, you
I
can
mean,
say white and
OJ
black.
did say that at church the other day. He was,
Oh, the
his
recessive and the
D-
dominant
D-
trait.
DNA.
Yeah,
From
yeah,
the-
yeah.
But how
Yeah.
often does
I'm
that
still
happen?
trying to figure out how
How
Drake's
often
son
does that happen,
is.
though?
I'm still-
How
I'm
often
still
does that
I mean,
happen?
it's
though?
not-
Adonis
Half
is
white,
It
and then
doesn't-
the girl that he messed with was white, so the white gene in him.
I'm
Wait,
just
who?
saying, like,
predominantly
even the
white.
features
Who?
of his face, though.
Talking
Like,
about
blonde hair, blue
yeah,
eyes.
yeah, like,
Again,
I'm just
it's
saying.
the white gene.
Who y'all
in
talking
him.
about?
Oh, talking
It's
about
just
Drake's son,
predominant.
Adonis, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm still trying to figure out, like.
But like I said, it should be mandatory.
look
It
like
should be
him.
mandatory.
Again, I don't
Yeah,
feel like
he
it
do
should
kinda
be.
look
He
like
look-
him.
I think he look like
mandatory, but it should be an option, not mandatory.
Why shouldn't it be mandatory? Like I said, it being
Yeah,
mandatory,
because-
it being mandatory means look like
Options.
Like,
So when you say mandatory, you say as soon as you can do
Nah,
that
it
test.
should be a law.
So as soon
it
as
should be
you-
law.
That's
A
what he's
bill
saying.
needs to be
That's what they're
passed.
saying.
Right.
A bill needs to be
I
passed.
need to know if this child is
For
mine.
sure.
Yeah.
I would say, oh, okay.
Cause man,
That's
look,
what
look,
they
look.
mean.
Let's
That's
be
what
honest.
men
The
It
should
should
trust.
be a law
I'm not
to
saying.
ask
I'm
when
not
the baby's
taking
first
from the
here,
very
yes.
beginning. I'm
But
not
what-
taking
but
care
what if
of
you
a child
reject
that's
that?
not
Not
mine.
mine.
But
Yeah.
that's your prerogative if you reject it. Just like with
Well,
him.
who even
But
gets the
wouldn't it
option
be
to do that?
easier?
Because,
Wouldn't it be
like, does
easy?
does the father get that option to choose whether he decides to or not?
I
Because
mean-
if the mother gets that option, the men still ruled out
I
regardless.
Honestly,
I
it
don't
should
know
be
why-
just whoever's name
I don't
is
know-
on that birth certificate.
I don't know why the man. It wouldn't be the man's
Yes,
option.
I said that.
I don't know why it wouldn't be the man's choice to decide that if he finds out if he's the father or not. If he's not the father, why wouldn't you be able to decide not to take care of it?
No, I'm not saying take care of it. I'm saying does he get the option to choose whether or not if he wants to request to get a
Oh,
DNA
yeah,
test?
I mean,
because that's the
you're
way
not
she
gonna like
is.
my answer.
Because like
No,
I said, if it's still in the
I'm
woman's,
here as
she
a
has the
mature
choice.
adult to take everybody's answers.
I feel like, hey,
card.
It's
Nah,
okay.
that's
You're
my-
fine.
That's my
Block.
workout
It's okay.
alarm.
Blah 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 blah.
Um,
blah.
It's my workout alarm.
You good, bro.
I feel like that to a certain extent it should be mandatory. Well, I feel like with married people it should be an option, but if you're not married, it
Look,
should be
oh,
a
see, now you
choice.
gotta change your heart.
Now the reason why, let me say why. No, let me say why. Let me
Whoa,
say why.
She was thinking about this for a long
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
I'm gonna tell you why, because I feel like because when we had discussed this before, Jamal and I are only two, or Keem and I are only two people married. If he were to ask me for a DNA test and we're already married and he already knows our history, I would be upset. Like, what you asking me? What are you asking
have to
me
leave
for?
feelings out.
No,
Thank
I can't.
you.
I could not
for
leave
sure.
feelings out
You
of that.
definitely gotta leave
I could-
feelings out.
Cause I,
Yeah, nah.
No, but no, seriously.
no,
Nah,
why?
yeah.
Why would I
Because
leave
look,
feelings
that
out of
is
that
even
though?
that is even worse to wait for it to be optional when you're married. I believe it should be even more mandatory when you're married because, like I said, what comes with that, if I want to leave, divorce, that
Yep.
comes into
Alimony,
play. Alimony,
yeah.
child
I mean, you
support,
could get
all
it.
that comes
You-
into
Right.
play.
It all
That's
costs
right.
money.
You could. What's that thing called when you haven't
Annulled?
been married? You could get it annulled.
But that's
But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
but
marriage
why
is
even
long.
go through all that if you can just
If that's the
take a
case-
I'm
DNA
just saying.
test? Like,
But
yeah,
But
like,
to get
I'm
an
saying.
annulment is only like 90 days
yeah.
Yeah.
until marriage.
Right.
Which-
But to
is
avoid
true.
all of that, why not just
Get the
find
DNA
out?
test.
Let's just
Right,
know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, once we know, we can
Right,
move on. Like
right.
either way or together. Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what is the ammunition to make it mandatory there? Is it not feelings or
Making
whatever
it
that
no,
comes
no,
to-
no.
that
Okay,
also
so wait
comes
a
into
second.
play?
Okay, so to that, the same way you would feel disappointed or hurt or however you would feel.
I know the man would feel the same way if he
if
found out it wasn't his.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
we
know
don't-
that.
Why
One
avoid-
thing-
just find out what the DNA is, and we won't have to worry about any of it.
Right, like that
It will
potential
all not
issues of
exist.
like, because that could create a lot of. If
One-
you're willing to
Why
go through that
wouldn't
type
you
of
wanna
stuff,
know? That
then
just-
hey, that's up to you. But
Hold
I mean,
on.
if you can avoid
why
that.
wouldn't you want to know right then and there?
Yeah.
I mean, I
Because
would
if it ain't no question,
You can
then-
find out.
If it ain't no question, why?
then he
Who
would be
cares?
hesitant to take it. Yeah, I agree with that.
But what I'm
I
saying is,
I
y'all
feel
don't
like
ever
that.
have a woman never had to experience the hurt of that child not being hers.
That's a lie.
Wait, say it again.
Oh my goodness.
Say what you just said again. Say
A
it
woman
again.
never had to experience the fact that the child is not hers.
They always
They
know
always
the child
know
is
the child
theirs
is
'cause it
theirs.
come
Right.
out
Of
in
course,
every-
We
because
don't know.
And you
That-
said that's
I
a
don't
lie.
care. I don't
That
care.
is.
I don't care. I don't
There's
care.
many scenarios.
I don't care what. I don't care
Wait,
how
where
y'all
the
feel
woman-
about
Hold
A
on,
surrogate.
wait
A surrogate.
other than the surrogate
Yeah.
Where the woman
situation.
doesn't know that it's
But a
their
surrogate
baby.
thing
Yes.
What do you
remember the story they
mean?
was talking about when the girl the nurse at the hospital took the baby? That's not her. She thought
Switched
she had
it.
a birth.
Oh my
Come
God.
I mean,
Once
we're
again, these
talking
are
about-
one in a million
I
things
think-
we're talking about.
But again,
I think
it
he's-
still can happen.
I
Right,
think
but
he's talking
still,
about in the
these are
womb.
one in a
though.
Yeah, in the
million
womb,
things.
But
yeah.
again,
I think
it
he's-
can still happen.
Kiki,
So you mean so how would a woman's womb be switched with another
She didn't
woman's
say the womb.
womb?
She just said baby.
But I think he's talking
What
about
I'm saying,
womb,
what I'm
though.
saying, what I'm saying though is y'all will always know. Once again, we are taking like, all right, just use me and Carla for instance. I'm taking a chance right now, not having any DNA tests done with Carla and the babies. That's taking a chance. Being honest, it's taking a chance.
I
Right.
think that's crazy, man. That
Right.
that like
Lucy.
that bothers
Right.
me.
That's just
Creative.
no,
I'm
but,
trying to
but
cut
at the
that
same
bothers
time,
me.
Right.
it's a compliment of my trust in you though
Right.
that I didn't have to go that I didn't
But
go that
it
route.
sounds like
Right.
you still would have some doubt though by saying something like that.
I mean,
Like,
it's natural
you're
as
taking
human
a
beings,
chance.
though.
It's
But it's
nat-
natural
natural
having
as a
genes,
man
being in
these
relationships
days,
and things
It's
of
a-
that
it's a
nature. It's natural
thing.
to feel like
now,
that.
no,
Right.
do I have if
Yeah,
I
y'all
really,
sound like
if
a
I
personal
really,
problem.
if I,
Like, that's not my fault that
if
y'all
I
that
truly
you feel
if
that
I
way.
truly had any doubt, I would have told her that I do, and I would have requested one.
And I
Right.
would have punched him.
That's fine. You can punch, scream all you want. But once again, what I don't understand from the woman's perspective is if y'all definitely know is that's the only guy you've been with.
Mhm.
What's the problem?
I get that, and I said if that's the case, if that's literally the only guy you've been with, then I wouldn't know what the fuss would be about either. Just go ahead and take the DNA test.
but you just said
like,
you would punch me if I
when-
requested
yeah,
one.
but just okay. it's one of those things where it's just like because of the shoes on the other foot, if it came to y'all having to take a test, like whether it's a lie detector test or anything like that, y'all be putting up a fuss about it. And you can't sit here and say that you want you. Why can't you just trust me? Why can't my word be enough? That's a man thing. For real.
I'm gonna cut in on that. No, it's not, because I live by 4 pillars, literally, and it's called hell. It's honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. That's what that means.
Don't look at me like that.
So,
that's why you hit your glass.
That's why I asked about standards in the beginning. Like when you start dating, that's why I listed that. I tell people up front, I'm like, what are you looking for?
But see that,
Right
and that's
now.
good though.
'Cause
You
it'll
one of the
avoid all
few
of this.
that do that though. But I'm
Right.
just saying, like, if y'all had to do something like that, like literally take a lie detector test about your relationship, about how many one
I'm feeling.
you.
I'll be straight.
I mean, hey.
But a man
Hey.
would willingly just be
Hey.
like, yeah, let me take it. It would
Right.
be some fight for
Why?
them to do
Once
that.
again,
No,
once
not-
again,
not-
hold on.
yeah,
Once again,
right.
just like the
I'll
woman,
do it.
if I ain't got nothing to hide, or if it, why would I care?
Right, for
that's
sure.
That's
You
what
want-
they do. That's what they do.
We asked to go through your phone.
No,
Why
I
you
don't.
gonna go through my
I
phone?
don't.
Right.
I just give it. I just hand it
Take
over.
my phone. You got my password. So like, what how I'm gonna hide something?
Now you know, but
It ain't
now
always
you
been that
know, now you know. With our history, that don't mean anything.
Oh.
Look, I don't.
You know that does not mean anything.
But that don't mean.
I'm just saying.
That don't mean. What I'm saying is that don't mean I'm doing nothing though.
Right.
Because
So
if I'm really trying to hide, if I'm really trying to hide, like I'm
just
my
got spicy.
password, right?
Yeah.
My password,
Right.
My password. You got the vein popping. My password going. I'm changing my password. I'm keeping my phone. My phone not in the open. You like
He's
where my
hiding
phone at?
here.
It's in my pocket.
Right.
You know,
And
it's
that's
under my
fine.
pillow. I'm
Right.
keeping it
But
near
I'm
me
saying,
at all
based
times.
off our history, you know that does not mean anything.
It means
Okay.
Because I could have
It means something and
and
nothing.
then
So
things
it
would
has to
happen.
mean, well, I mean, so it
No.
doesn't mean anything to
No,
you that you
means
have his
Something
password.
and nothing.
Not to me.
So, right.
Not to
At
me.
least you
right
have
here.
access.
Which is
Thank
true.
you.
Because you couldn't have had nothing.
Access,
You
yes.
could have had.
But I'm saying having access to that doesn't mean that there's nothing there.
But it also doesn't
yeah.
mean I'm hiding anything.
Right, because,
if
I
you
mean,
got
you access
access
to it.
it's just like if you
Even I'm
keep
go-
something in a safe
Yeah.
and locked away, you don't want other people seeing it. You don't want other people touching
Which is
it.
which is correct. So basically, you're saying you want them to see whatever's in there. Then even if
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Right.
It's time to pause. It's just, I'm just gonna, yep, stupid.